Oh, I didn't realize that I joined muted. Hello.
What's up?
How's it going? Just got home. Took the dog out.
It's good.
Going pretty
Just
good.
About to start.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me add these actors in, but whatever. I guess we'll just theater of the mind it.
What's happening?
Well, I was trying to add these actors, but I can't even create them.
You already have character sheets for them?
I was trying to make them right now.
Ooh.
So are we going to need these newspaper clippings and everything for the new case, or should we delete these pictures and everything?
I made another cork board up to the left.
Up to the left.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, Agent Cooper. Keep going. To the left. Left.
Wow.
Up.
Okay.
Up. Right there. All right, yeah, so it is July 12th, 2037. It is evening, so shift 3 on that day, and tonight is the policeman's ball. The four of you, well, Yoko, Benabatch, Luke, Case, and Xavier, the five of you have been selected to partake in the awards ceremony. You're going to be recognized. So you will be here at the policeman's ball. How's that? Didn't work.
There's no vision on the scene.
How's that?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the four of you arrived together, although for some reason Benabatch still looks like freaking the safe. But only on the board. Why does it do that?
Is it like Roll20 where it's like different? Your like profile picture and your token are like different slots?
Yeah, it's different slots. But maybe the prototype token for Benabatch is set to Xavier's picture.
Could be.
So that would cause that.
How's that?
Yep. Got Benabatch.
Hey, Case, brother. I ain't feeling so hot, but I think I'm going to use the restroom. Let me know when they start giving out the awards. Brother.
Sure, I think it's going to be starting soon.
I'm already
make it back in time.
Pants. I'm
then go. I'll hit you on the KIA.
And Cato, you're here beside Chief Holden. Come on, Cato. I'm going to introduce you to the new team.
Yes, sir.
Follow me. Yoko,
Good evening, sir.
where are the others?
I think I spotted Case and Benabach by the door.
All right, well, I got a new recruit here, so I only want to introduce him once.
Oh, well. She starts gesturing towards Case and Benabach. I saved you both seats. Come.
You see Case walk over. But I guess Benabach is finishing his cigarette. Can you move your token, Inigo? Oh,
Yeah, it's just really laggy.
Okay, I'm just confirming. Everybody's working. All right, everyone. Here's the new recruit straight from Wallace, SK-7.7. He's going by Cato. Yeah, he's right off the assembly line. Comes highly recommended from Wallace. We're actually going to have him give the speech tonight for the medals. Wallace specifically asked to have a Nexus 9 be giving the speech. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. But, yeah, he's also going to be shadowing you all for the next week or so until we find him his own partner. Then we'll have, multiple Nexus 9 units. Also, Benabach, great to see you. How was your vacation?
Good. As you can see, I ate very well. And if you look at Benabach, he's actually got like the bottom 3 buttons of his shirt are not buttoned. He cannot button them because his gut is just, he's gained a lot of weight.
I'm jealous. I've been eating scop for as long as I can remember. At Shell Beach, I got to visit that sometime.
I have to admit, I'm a little surprised that Quell herself didn't come here to deliver a speech.
Yeah, she's supposed to be in the audience, but they say that Cato here's a new fixer model. It's supposed to be better than the last one you guys had. LM, whatever his designation was.
That's very rude, sir.
Hey, he was a nice guy, but Wallace has said that this is the pristine model.
So how long until Case and I become obsolete?
Don't ask me. Probably after I become obsolete.
She looks at Case with a frown.
Case shrugs. That's how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's a great note to end on. So, I'm gonna go have a White Russian. Goodbye.
Well, Cato, have a seat.
He gives a little head nod. Nice to meet you all.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
You want to tell us what Cato looks like? Actually, yeah, each of you should do a little introduction.
Oh, but just like say what he looks like.
Or whatever, or his mannerisms, how he's dressed.
Oh, okay. Well, if you guys can see the portrait, I guess I'm going directly from that and the reference. He has like a black trench coat, kind of blacks and grays, kind of keeps it clean. He's very kind of by the book and a man of few words, and tries to do everything as clean as possible, and tries to be a little goody two shoes, and yeah, so he just wants to fit in and do his best on his job.
think Case is going to get along with this with this guy pretty well. Case is like I guess a young middle-aged guy. He looks like a younger Conan O'Brien. He's very clean cut, attentive. Yeah.
What's Case wearing to the police ball tonight?
I think he would have because I actually thought about this earlier, but I think he like spent some time looking through his closet of suits, and I think they're all the exact same color and the exact same cut, like a cartoon character.
He's like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's like laying them
Exactly.
out, like I don't know, maybe the other one laid out right next to it, and they're like, it's like when you're looking at paint swatches or like Pantone colors, where it's like tiny variations of a.
Yeah, it's like the
Of a
business
blue.
cards from American Psycho. Eggshell
Exactly.
white versus bone white or whatever.
And
Benabad-
finally, Benabatch.
Yeah, Benabach is he is in the cleanest shirt that he has, but somehow has managed to already get a stain on it.
Oh my gosh.
Yoko has, well, she's very youthful looking. She's got her black hair in victory rolls, and to the police ball, she's wearing a black velvet gown with kind of larger sleeves and a high slit, looking very 1940s noir. And of course, very high heels.
Yeah, I should probably expand a little bit just like that. He's probably like looks like he's in his late 20s. He looks fit. He's not buff, but looks like he probably runs on the regular and trains. Has like slick hair, just very, very clean, no facial hair. And yeah.
Very nice. So as you are sitting there introducing yourselves, I couldn't figure out how to do the character sheet, but that's not important because I have an image of the guy. A man approaches your table, and I know there are no tokens in here, but imagine it's very crowded. There are a lot of people schmoozing. You see this well-dressed man approach you. Are you the Nexus 9 Blade Runner units?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and she
Wow.
looks at Benabetch to see how he's going to respond to that question.
No.
Oh, I didn't mean any disrespect. Obviously, come on, old timer. I didn't mean any disrespect. You know what I mean. It's in all the rags that the LAPD's got that Nexus 9 Blade Runner unit. That's all I meant.
I'd just like to add, I don't know what kind of like hors d'oeuvres they're like serving. I imagine like there's some like hired help or hired like caterers, you know, kind of like
Yeah.
walking around with like the tray. So when Benabach was like, no, he had his mouth full of food, and it was like one of those like Korean movie nose.
Yeah. Yeah, imagining the scene from Ace Ventura Part 1 where it's like a little, I don't even know what it is. It looks like a freaking bagel bite, but it's got like cheese and stuff on it.
Yeah.
The guy, he kind of puts his hand on Keisha's shoulder. Oh, the three of you are just an absolute delight to look at. Wow. Wallace's craftsmanship is just about to that of Tyrell.
You
I
flatter
understand.
us.
I have an eye for beauty, sister. I am William DeMarco. Any of you guys could roll maybe an intelligence or something to see if you recognize the name. Or another skill if you think it's appropriate.
Connections?
Could be connections, yeah. Could be insight.
Oh, I did 2d20.
Yeah, if you go onto your character sheet, you can actually just roll straight from the name.
Okay, intelligence.
Yeah, so you can do intelligence, connections, or insight. Any of those.
And if you're just rolling your stat, it's just one dice. So generally, it's better just to roll the skill.
There we go.
Yeah, so it looks like Kato, Case, and Yoko. You all recognize the name. William DeMarco is a very wealthy and successful art dealer.
Benabatch is like, am I supposed to be impressed? And he's still like just spitting food everywhere. He's not. He's the most embarrassing guy to be with right now.
Oh, like my grandfather.
And what did you say?
I know.
Yoko has Yoko has the very slightest smirk on her face, and she is secretly enjoying how rude Benabatch is being towards this guy.
Yeah, you guys
What did you say
also.
about William DeMarco again? Sorry.
He is a very wealthy and successful art dealer.
Oh yes. What did the guy say about him when he mentioned him?
Which guy?
This guy, the portrait. I assume he's speaking to us about William DeMarco. He said something about.
No,
him.
he is William DeMarco.
Oh, he is William DeMarco. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he said, I have an eye for beautiful things. My name is William DeMarco. And then the role was just to see if you guys recognize the name.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, and if you guys got more than one eyeball, you would know that he has a gala in Sector 9 in the financial district.
So, what brings you from your art gala tonight?
Oh, I couldn't pass up on beauty being recognized. Plus, I have a particular fondness for the case models, he says as he, again, kind of has his hand on Case's, like the middle of your shoulder blades.
Yeah, I think Case is gonna move away, but not interrupt. Okay, like what is it that what business do you have with us?
Oh, it's just allow me to extend a thank you for keeping Los Angeles safe. Is there anything that I could provide each of you? I'm told that Miss Yoko has an animoid cat. Maybe I can have some cat toys sent to LAPD.
I think my cat would enjoy that.
And what about you, old timer? I didn't catch his name. Is there something that William DeMarco can extend as a sign of thank you?
Well, that depends. Who's William DeMarco?
Is he
Right
jumping?
in the ego.
Well, sir, this is William DeMarco. He's an art dealer.
Oh, right. I like that painting of the dogs playing poker. It's funny because dogs don't play poker.
You sure have a keen eye, sir. but the offer still stands. Is there, if there's something I can send your way, send to your office at LAPD, let me know.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes,
Well-
thank you.
You can give me the list now, because that way I can have it sent over bright and early tomorrow.
The list. I have no requests.
Nothing.
guys?
Not even one of those roosters that bobs in the water for your desk.
I'm afraid not, sir.
Old timer, anything you want? A napkin, maybe another undershirt.
I thought he said he wanted one of those paintings of the dogs playing poker.
All right,
Should
I
have
can
been a
I
bitch.
I can get a replica of it. And what about you? He says to Case, but this time he doesn't touch him.
Nope,
Nothing.
nothing.
Not even a new tie to match that blue shirt.
I have enough ties.
Well, all right. Anyway, continue the great work protecting Los Angeles. Ta-ta.
As soon as he
Anyways.
walks away, Yoko says, "That made me profoundly uncomfortable."
Yes.
I was hoping one of you knew him. I felt uncomfortable myself.
If there's
She
anything
drinks
our-
some more champagne.
If there's anything that all of our casework has shown us now, it's that people like that are trouble.
Yes. And look, there's some more trouble walking up. Who's this person
That's
now?
then an Indian man dressed like a doctor walks up. You're the Blade Runner unit, the heroes of Los Angeles.
Yoko raises a brow and says, "Yes, that would be us. And you are?"
I'm Dr. Kishore Chanda, MD. I'm the chief surgeon at Los Angeles General Hospital.
Kato stands up and gives like a subtle bow to him, show him some
Thank you.
respect.
Yes, I would just like to extend an offer of word of thank you for keeping the streets clean and safe. Ever since the Nexus 9 models have been instated in Los Angeles, the ER and urgent care units have been at a manageable rate. So I humbly thank you and continue the great work.
Thank you. I appreciate those kind words.
Thank you, Doctor.
And then he walks off.
It's good to have you back, sir, she says to Benabadge.
It's good to be back.
You guys seem to have quite the following and admiration here. Looks like I'm in good hands.
And then a woman approaches. You're the heroes for tonight. The ones all this whole award ceremony is for.
Yes, these are the
Yes.
heroes indeed. Yes.
I am Jessica Gutierrez, just a humble farmer, but I would like to ask if you might request upon your boss to increase the patrols on the outskirts. We don't get too many badges over there, and myself and the other farmers, break-ins happen quite often. Very expensive machinery and hardware destroyed or stolen.
Break-ins from replicants or just vandals?
I have no idea. They would be a vandal either way.
Well, we're the part of the Blade Runner unit, so our purview is simply replicant crime.
I don't mind who takes care of it, but since you're the heroes, maybe the chief will listen to you.
She looks at
We'll
Ben
mention
Batch.
So, Case will also turn to Benabatch.
Benabatch is like noisily licking his fingers, and he looks up at everyone looking at him. He's like,
Well, don't get orders from the chief. It's not the other way around. Am I correct?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
sorry,
don't know
man.
how
We
it's
can take
done,
that
but
up
I
with
imagine
Archie.
you could make a suggestion. That's all I was asking. Good day.
Shit.
Is this common
Yoko
for
shrugs.
us?
And says, "We're Blade Runners. We don't investigate petty crime."
I suppose.
I thought so.
Soon everyone and their mom's going to be asking us for favors.
All right, I think now's the time for the speech. Where's Xavier?
Indisposed, sir.
He's in the shitter again. I'll go get him. The four of you just get on the stage, please. Gotta salvage this fucking night.
Right away,
She
sir.
comes up to Case and whispers to him, "Did Xavier even get a commendation after that whole incident with the civilian?"
I didn't. I felt like it would be rude to ask. It's embarrassing, shooting at civilian.
It is. But, I thought it was worth asking. He was there with the whole... I thought maybe, Neander Wallace might have pulled some strings.
I honestly don't know.
All right, Cato. This is Xavier. Xavier, this is Cato. Yeah, whatever.
Nice to meet you, Xavier.
Oh, nice to meet you, brother. He doesn't actually sound like that.
and I realized the reason we think he has IBS is because that's how we always get him off screen.
Yeah.
Like in game, it hasn't happened, but
All right, the lights dim and everybody, the conversations die down to just murmurs and stuff, and then the lights dim, and then a sort of spotlight sort of thing gets pointed at all of you, and then somebody hands Cato a microphone.
All right. Good evening. My designation is SK-7.7, though I go by Cato. I am the newest member of the Nexus 9 Blade Runner Division within the Los Angeles Police Department. Chief Holden has asked me to present this evening's Medals of Distinction. It's an unexpected honor, considering I only met most of these officers about 20 minutes ago. Yes, it's all right to laugh. I'm still adjusting to the human tradition of irony. Let's begin. First, I present the Police Medal of Valor to Officer Yoko. This commendation recognizes extraordinary courage and presence of mind under fire, qualities Yoko demonstrated in full when she intervened to save the life of legendary Blade Runner Ray McCoy. Your actions uphold the finest traditions of this department. Congratulations, Officer Yoko. He bows.
People cheer.
Second, I present another Police Medal of Valor to Officer Xavier. Officer Xavier earned this honor through his fearless response in a volatile situation involving unregulated power in one of the Voigtkampf interrogation rooms. Though arriving late to the scene, he rapidly assessed the threat and took decisive action that takes both bravery and adaptability. Well done, Officer Xavier.
People cheer.
Next, the Meritorious Service Medal is awarded to Officer Case. This medal recognizes sustained excellence and dedication to duty. Officer Case displayed both in full when he and his team dismantled an illegal ring of bootleg replicants, neutralizing a threat to public safety across California. Your attention to detail and perseverance speak for themselves. Outstanding work, Officer Case.
People cheer.
Finally, the Police Commission Distinguished Service Medal is presented to the only human in the unit, Officer Benabach Cumberdinct. Sorry. That name. This is among our highest honors, awarded for actions that significantly advance the mission of this department. Officer Cumberdinct earned this distinction by single-handedly preventing the unauthorized departure of a moon bus from Earth, a feat requiring precision, resolve, luck, and tactical insight. It is an honor to recognize your achievement, sir. Congratulations.
People cheer. All right. You guys have all
With
got
that-
your medals.
With that, I yield the floor to the esteemed mayor of Los Angeles, Mrs. Stephanie Mahler. Thank you.
All right, people cheer. Before Stephanie Mahler speaks, do any of you guys do anything when you get your medals?
No.
All right. Are you guys just going to stay there on the stage?
Or imagine after she takes her medal, she's gonna thank him politely and then go back to her seat.
All right. Xavier's going to follow. Benabach, what are you doing?
Yeah, when they called his name, he just like stuck what he was holding in his mouth, and it's just like chubby cheeks, went up, grabbed the award, like thanks, and then just walked back.
What about you, Case? What are you doing?
Yeah, same kind of thing. Like, I guess, were we brought up on stage as a group and then
Yeah.
presented the thing? Yeah, I assume like we're in like a little group. We accept the award, pose for a little quick photo, and then go back to standing, and then we get ushered off to stage.
Hey, you
Or
guys
off the
can.
stage.
Yeah, if the three of you want to walk back to your table with Yoko and Xavier, you guys could do that.
I guess Cato is just standing at parade rest behind the mayor.
All right. All right, here's a photo of her. All right, so she walks up to the little podium where Cato was, and she says, "Good evening, citizens of Los Angeles, benefactors and policemen. Tonight we recognize a group of individuals who have been chosen to serve on the blade's edge, those who operate in the shadows between order and chaos, where the law is more than a line on paper. It is a burden carried, a duty enforced, often without thanks." So during this speech, while she's talking, people are still drinking and murmuring amongst themselves. But if any of you guys want to scan the room, give your policeman's eyes some use, you may.
Oh, what is that a roll for?
Observation.
Observation.
All right. Cato, you do see one of the waiters, like the guys carrying the hors d'oeuvres trays. He's kind of walking up a bit aggressively toward the podium. Our city is vast, 13 million souls packed into vertical miles of concrete and neon. We are a beacon of progress, yes, but also a pressure cooker of conflicting agendas, broken systems, and synthetic lives walking among us. In this future we built, nothing runs clean except the resolve of the ones who protect it. If anybody else wants to
Kato's
roll,
going to try to intervene.
how you going to do that?
Without going in front of the mayor. Just going to try to calmly try to, I guess, block him from coming to the podium. That's where he's trying to come to, right?
Yeah, I'll put his token on here, I'll just use. I'm just going to use the Aurelian just so we have a face on the screen.
All right.
But it's a young man. It's like a young waiter. So he's kind of like walking up through the tables. Anybody else going to do anything? I know that. Oh, Case rolled. Yeah, Case, you see the same thing happening. Although most of the other patrons, the guests, don't seem to notice.
Okay. Is he from my roll? Is he holding anything?
Yeah. So he's got the tray, and then you see that he, like, his dominant hand, which let's say is his left hand, is going towards something.
Oh,
he's
reaching.
when I approach him, I'm just gonna like place my hand firmly on his chest, like, "Can I help you, sir?"
All right.
Yeah, I think seeing.
Trying to be as discreet as possible, but let him know, like, "Hey, you're not coming up here."
Yeah, would it be fair to say that Case would also see Kato like moving towards this person?
Yes.
Then yeah, Case is also gonna double back and maybe tap whoever he's next to. Like, am I at like our table?
Yeah, you're at you're sitting with your partners.
I'll say to Benabach and Yoko, like, "Hey, wait a minute," and then stand up, and then like speed walk over to this dude as well.
Okay.
Rolling insight to see if Yoko understands what's happening. She doesn't know.
Yeah, Benabach is like, "Whoa, look at Case go."
They brought the main course, so you guys are, maybe this is the first steak you've ever had, or the first steak you've had in a while.
It's probably like a portobello mushroom steak.
Could be.
Benabach is like, "See if they got deviled eggs while you're up."
I just want to roll like observation to give like a quick scan on the dude. Like, does he look distressed, or does he have a weapon, or just trying to figure out his purpose?
So that is what you see. You don't see anything like that. All you see is like what I said to Case. His right hand, he's holding that hors d'oeuvres tray, and then in his left hand, he's like reaching into his coat. But other than that, you didn't roll high enough to see anything beyond that. If you would like to try and stop him without resorting to force, you may use manipulation.
Oh, does he say anything to me when I like put my hand on his chest? Like,
let's roll a manipulation and see.
Okay.
He's like, "What?" And then he pulls out, it's like a camera. "I just wanted a photo of the mayor. This is a momentous occasion."
We have photographers here. Well, do we have photographers? I could just roll for manipulation if you want.
No, there are. Yeah, there are photographers here.
Okay.
That's what he says, and he does pull out it's a camera. It is a camera, not a gun. "Oh, I'm sorry, am I too close? Sorry, my parents are big fans. They just wanted me to get a good shot that wouldn't be in, the tabloids. So I'm sorry. Oh, am I in the way? Oh, I'm so sorry."
You're in the way, sir. We'll get you some photos.
"I'm so sorry." "Yeah. For Trevor."
Take
Okay,
my hand off of his chest and kind of
All right, I'm sorry.
settle down a little bit.
Speech continues. The officers honored tonight, Yoko, Xavier, Case, Cumberdinck, are not our only enforcers. Ugh, what the fuck?
It's mushroom steak.
Kato just takes a spot a bit like in front of the podium.
All right.
Back at parade dress.
But what was I saying? They're not only enforcers, they are interpreters of truth, judges of authenticity in a world that's forgotten how to tell real from replica. Their actions, though quiet in the headlines, are loud in consequences. They stop the unspeakable before it reaches our doors. They carry out the work that lets the rest of us sleep. And Kato, as you're walking up, Case, what are you doing?
So, what's up with the dude who was taking the picture? Is he just like hanging out taking pictures?
He put his camera away and then he's going back to passing the hors d'oeuvres around.
Okay. I think.
Would you like an hors
go-
d'oeuvre, sir? A deviled egg? We have deviled eggs.
Yeah, sure. Case will take a few or take some and then go sit back at the table.
Are you able to move your token or you need me to do it for you?
Oh shit! I had all the portraits still up.
Sorry. All right. So as you're walking back to your table, and Kato, as you're walking back to your parade rest, you guys hear a ear-shattering gunshot,
Holy frick.
and the mayor falls down.
I'm gonna go straight to the mayor.
All right.
Try to scan her to see if she has any like life-threatening wounds.
Yeah, so you'll need a medical aid to get a in-depth analysis of this, but there's a huge pool of blood radiating from her head.
Holy frick.
Yoko drops her fork because she was mid-bite enjoying her mushroom steak. And she is hastily looking around the room to see where it came from. The gunshot.
It doesn't look like. From your vantage point, that might be a little difficult, but let's just say the way that she fell, you think that maybe the shot came from outside.
She's going to run outside in the direction she thinks it came from. Actually, is the window broken? Is one of these windows broken?
As you look
From the
around, you
shot?
see that one of the upper level windows is broken.
She's going to run to that window to look out the window and see what she can find.
All right, it's going to take about a minute to like run up the, on the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
While she's doing that, what is Benabach doing?
So Benabach, I think before the gunshot rang out, he was like trying to call over a waiter and like asked for some horseradish. And then like the gunshot rang out, and then now he's like he's the cops. So he's got to do his duty, but he's also like, what if that waiter comes back? I want my horseradish. So he's like, fuck it, I'll take it with me. And so he's carrying his plate with him.
And where are you headed with your plate in hand?
He's got the same idea as Yoko, so he's like heading towards the point of fire.
You can give me an observation, or I'll say, yeah, probably observation, or maybe insight. Whatever you guys think was applicable for trajectory estimation. You're just following Yoko's lead.
Yeah, he was too focused on the steak. He did not see shit.
Hell yeah, look at that. Look at the way he held those chopsticks.
Yep, Ben's trying to eat his food.
So, Kato, you do see that this was a fatal wound. You check her pulse. She was probably dead before she hit the ground.
Jeez. Okay. I'm going to. Kato wants to. He's going to pick her up, try to take her behind cover, and I guess call for emergency.
Kato, I'll handle the mare. You get with the other unit, the other Nexus 9s and Cumberdinck.
Right away, sir.
Just do a sweep of the area, find out where the shooter went, any suspicious looking people, track them down. Do what you can. I'll give you 2 shifts. Everybody reconvene back in my office tomorrow afternoon.
Right away, sir. Was the gunshot like behind, like on this wall that both Kato and the chief are standing, or?
So from
Like,
your
am I right by the
vantage
window?
point, you may make an observation at advantage. So when you click observation, there'll be a button that says advantage. You can click that because you're like in the best spot to see it. All right, yeah. So from where you're standing, like if you were standing at the podium, it's actually like if you were looking up and over your right shoulder. Imagine like a upper floor window. You can see the window's broken, and out in the distance, you could see like another building, a couple of stories taller, maybe across the street, maybe like 2 streets away.
Okay. And I would kind of be able to tell what floor, maybe what number floor that was on, that it came from.
Yeah, I'll say with the 2 eyeball, you probably could.
Okay. I'm going to run back towards the squad and tell him, all right, guys, this looks like it's coming from next door, maybe about the 9th floor. I couldn't see a person. I just see where the gunshot came from. We might want to make a sweep over there. Mayor's dead, by the way.
He's an Nexus 9.
So when the shot went down, may I roll like an observation to see if anybody, because like this was a packed event, even though
Yeah,
there's
super
nobody
packed.
else on the map.
Correct.
After the shot, when people like their immediate reaction, I assume that people like, did they start running out?
Yes. Chaos. Screaming, shrieking.
Okay. Was there anybody in that room that didn't look panicked? Can I roll like an
You may roll.
observation, like
Yeah.
as like all the crowds were running out? Is there anybody who was just like hanging out?
You may roll. Yeah.
Seemed a little bit too cool.
Can I roll for the same thing? But I'm looking for the waiter who's going to bring my horseradish. But if I just happen to see someone suspicious, like, can I?
You may, yeah. So yeah, Case, you do notice that William DeMarco looks undisturbed by what's happening. And yeah, Benabatch, you do find the waiter with your horseradish.
No, I mean, like, the role wasn't
Oh.
to find. I just meant like that's who I'm looking for, and then if I just happen to find something actually useful.
Okay. Yeah, so because you and Yoko are upstairs, you see Dr. Kishore Chanda, MD, and he doesn't look too disturbed by this either. He's sort of not adding to the chaos. He's just sitting at his table. I mean, he doesn't look like a zombie or anything, but he's not freaking out.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Yoko and be like, I knew there was something fishy about that guy. Like, and Benabatch is kind of beaming because he's got the the high ground above someone, above anybody at this place. But he's like, guy didn't even dress up; just showed up in his work clothes.
You're right. It is very suspicious. I noticed that too.
All right, so Kato and Case are both on the ground floor. So I'm gonna say for now, Kato, you don't have your KIA, so you're gonna need to rely on Case for the time being.
What's a KIA?
It's like a.
Hey, let's explain it in character.
Okay.
So yeah, Kato runs over to Case.
And you tell me about you saw where the shot was from, right? On like the second floor.
Oh yes, I
across the
announced that to all you guys. I received orders from the chief that we need to sweep the area. I saw where the gunshot came from, next door, 9th level.
Okay. So Case will pull out his KIA, which I imagine is like a handheld computer, like a retro future smartphone sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he will open up the speakerphone call and relay that information to the rest of the crew, because like they're sitting at the table here, but I think in game they're on the second floor.
Yeah, they're not actually there right now.
So yeah, like Case will say, I think it seems like the mayor's dead. I will
He
go
is dead,
with.
sir. She is dead.
Yeah, mayor's dead. But Cato thinks he saw where the shot came from. I'm going to accompany him across the street unless there's anything else you need me to do before I leave.
Did I lose you guys?
No. I think Case was asking Benabetch question, right?
Oh, Benabach and Yoko. I opened up like the group call, like
Oh.
we always do.
Now, Benabetch is kind of the senior, so she's looking at him, putting him on the spot.
Yeah, he's just kind of. Yeah, he's. He puts the stake down. First of all, he's just like, yeah, I don't think he's coming back with the horseradish. And then,
Well, reminder, you're already upstairs at that upper level window.
Yeah, no, I still don't think that guy's gonna come back with a horseradish. I think everyone's fleeing the scene. But so, yeah, where did we reach? Where?
Yeah, but if you want to reply to what Case said, you can do that, and then I'll switch to your guys' scene.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think of like what we need.
Yeah, basically the question was like, is there anybody I should detain here, or are you going to come downstairs and detain them? Because I'm going to go across the street immediately if there are any suspects to detain here.
Do we have any unis close by that we can have canvass the area?
I don't know.
The shooter can't be far.
All right, as Yoko and Benabach get to the top, you do see that there is a guard standing on the outside where there's like a balcony walkway. It's like, holy shit, what the hell happened?
That's what we're trying to figure out. Going to need to come through here.
Yeah, come on out. This is Richard's post. He should have seen where What is going on? Just 1 second we're out there doing our patrols. The next minute is a loud gunshot. And then screaming from inside. Is everything all right?
No, the mayor's dead.
What?
Coming through, and she makes her way out to the balcony.
All right. He gets on his walkie-talkie. Richards. What's your 1020? No response. Richards. That's not good. He was supposed to be here. He would have seen something. Well, first off, who are you?
Detective Yoko with the Rep D-Tech unit. She's going to show her
Detective.
badge.
Oh, wow, thank God. Yeah, there's a way to track each of us. We have these walkie-talkies here, and they'll have a VIN number on them, and you can track them with some kind of KIA unit. So you might be able to find out where Richards went. So that's really fishy. He should be here. I was on the other side of the building, and I just rushed over when I heard the shrieking.
Looks at Benabach and says, "Sir, could you get the VIN number? I'm going to try to call dispatch. Make sure we've got unis on the streets."
All right, roll of connections, Yoko. And Benabach. What about you?
Yeah, I'll get the VIN number.
All right, so yeah, Yoko, you get a digi connects you, and through the emergency line, you're able to go right to whatever you need. So, what is it you're requesting?
She's trying to get uniformed cops to canvass the area and block the major roads
Okay.
away from the gala.
The digi gives you an affirmation. We're on it.
We also need a medical unit here.
They're already en route.
Okay, thanks. She hangs up.
Benabach. You, on your KIA, you type in the VIN number and you do get a ping. It seems like it's coming from right below you. And when you look down, you do see that there's an alleyway beneath you. Let's switch back to Cato and Case. So what are the two of you doing?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. So we're heading across the street, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys enter the 9th floor. You come out on where Cato believes the shot took place. And when you get in there, it's an empty office building. So it looks like there are cubicles here, but they're all covered in dust. Looks like this place hasn't been used in years. But you do see that one of the windows has been broken, and there's a sniper rifle still sitting there, pointed right at the banquet hall.
Okay. Around where the sniper rifle is, I don't know if there's enough light, and I don't have a flashlight. Is it dusty enough to where there's footprints?
There are, yeah. You see some what look like combat boots walking in. There's a whole little area from where you guys came in. It looks like the person kind of walked around, as they were setting up the rifle. And then you do see an area where they were probably on one knee or something when they were in their firing position.
Can we dust this sniper rifle for fingerprints? Case?
Well, normally if I had my spinner, I'd probably have all that stuff on me. Let me call in and see if we can get a unit out here to. Well, actually, you know what? Is that something that we can do with the tools that we have? I would assume that I would need like that kind of stuff to do so.
Sure. I imagine there's something in all those pockets in your trench coat.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like this was part of a work day, so we'd have like work stuff, or if it was more of like a social occasion. So we.
It was a social occasion. However, you have been very consistent that Case is the Boy Scout. So if Benabatch had suggested that he had a fingerprinting kit, I don't think I would buy it as much as Case.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll collect fingerprint stuff and maybe snap photos with the KIA and start uploading clues. I don't know if it's a situation where I can like create a case file, but I'll start.
Yeah.
start
You also find a bullet case that looks like it was fired from this rifle. Also, this is you'll have to get the clues processed first. But, all right, you take the photos of the gun and the bullet casing and the boot prints, and you dust. And as you're dusting, you do see something else that's been taped. It's like a little card been taped to the side of the gun, like where the stock is.
Yeah.
Let's take a look
It
at
looks
that.
like this.
Huh. Is this anything that we've ever seen before, or this is completely foreign? Or should I make an observation check?
Cato's never seen it.
Okay.
Isn't something that I've seen before.
Interesting. Is that case by the sniper rifle as well? Or
Yeah, the bullet. Yeah.
okay,
Like
yeah, it looks like
the
a
box-
big case, like a box. Yeah.
Oh no, there's no ammunition. Oh, you mean for the gun?
Yeah, that's right by the gun. Looks like a box of something. I don't know.
I'm gonna say no. That was just
No.
what the image created.
Just a sniper rifle and
Yeah,
the casing. Okay.
and that little card. All right. I'm sure you guys have more questions, but I'm gonna switch back to Benabatch and Yoko. But yeah, Benabatch, you got that ping from the alleyway below.
Right. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. I'd like to go in. Yeah, I'll tell Yoko where I'm going, and then I'll go down there.
All right, Yoko, what are you doing?
She's gonna take off her heels, and she is going to maneuver her way to the alleyway directly from the balcony,
Okay. Give
and
me
not
a
even take the stairs.
mobility.
Okay. Let's see, and she would not be wearing her armor on this, so let me see. How do I unequip it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It doesn't let me unequip it, so I guess just roll twice then, because it's gonna force me to roll disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Triple nice. All right, take it away. That's a triple success.
So she kicks off her shoes. She grabs onto the railing and she just kind of parkours her way down to the alleyway.
All right. When you get down there, you see a big dumpster and a homeless man at the dumpster. And he is wearing a very nice jacket. And he's putting on a very nice pair of pants. As you approach and you see him from the front, the name tag on the jacket says Richards.
She's gonna tell him, "Stop! Where'd you get those clothes?"
Found them. I found them from this damn dumpster. You can't have them.
She's gonna tell him, "Put your hands against the wall."
Why?
Because I'm a cop and I told you to.
It ain't against a lot of dumpster dogs. I should know. I've been doing this 30 years.
Hands against the wall.
All right. He puts his hands against the wall.
She's gonna search him.
As you're searching him, he starts pissing himself. Yeah, search that, bitch.
She ignores it.
You just find like crack pipe and bus pass and like his veteran's card.
Veteran still getting cucked. Hate to see it.
She said,
Just
"Did
then
you
Ben-
see anyone dump these clothes here in this dumpster?"
No, I didn't. And just then Benabatch approaches. I didn't see nothing. I was just checking to try to get some damn dinner. This place they always got the best food. Then people throw out those mushroom steaks. Ugh. You people, you live in a different world than me.
I don't know, sir. You might need to rough this one up. He's not being very forthcoming.
By Benabatch, the KIA leads you to the dumpster.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to think of something to say to the guy, but I can't think of anything. Yeah, I'll just search the dumpster.
All right, inside you do find the walkie-talkie unit. It looks just like the one the guard on the balcony had. And other than that, yeah, it's just food and paper waste in the dumpster. And it smells really, really bad. Like that really wet, sour smell. So, can I leave now? Or are we going to split one of them steaks? The homeless man asks.
So just to be clear, he was his clothes are still there. The bum's clothes.
The
Like
bum
he found clothes in the dumpster and then changed into them.
he put
Not
the
like they traded
he-
clothes.
he put the guard's uniform on top of his clothes.
Okay, gotcha.
And he has zero interest in the walkie-talkie.
Okay. Yeah, I'll can I check the channel? Do we know I assume even though we weren't working the security for the event, we would have. And why are we investigating if we weren't working security, by the way? But
I know. Yes, good Gutierrez is gonna have words with Yoko.
But well, because I imagine the people who were working security would have had some channel that they were communicating on.
Yeah, so you do hear that channel. It seems like this walkie-talkie is functioning correctly. For some reason, this Richards guy just fucking disappeared. Left his clothes and his walkie-talkie, his uniform and his walkie-talkie.
Yeah. Well, we don't even know for sure that it was like the Richards. You know what I mean? Like, it's just we found his clothes and walkie-talkie. So I mean, someone could have killed him like a week ago, and then just showed up today to do that.
Could be. The homeless man starts digging through the dumpster again, and then he brings out 2 mushroom steaks from the dumpster. They have like dirt and stuff on them, and he tries handing one to Yoko. You want to get down on one of these?
She just turns and walks away from him.
Then he offers it to Ben about, you want to get down on one of these?
No,
You're missing out.
I got my own. And he pulls. Better Batch pulls a steak out of his pocket. He has like in a confusion, he started like grabbing steaks and stuff in his pockets.
And this guy looks shocked. He's like, game recognized game.
Yeah.
Then he just turns his attention back to the dumpster. All right, if you all need to reconvene, you may, but then we are going to go. But then we're going to go to the next shift. So if you guys need to come up with a game plan, you may all reconvene now and come up with that.
We would be back at the police station.
No, you guys have to be in this same area. So either the banquet hall, this alleyway, outside the banquet hall, or in that office building where the shooting took place.
So we'd know that they were in the alleyway.
Perhaps. Yeah, you guys can communicate on the KIAs. So
Okay.
if you guys want to do that, you may.
Well, I don't have a KIA, right? So
Yeah,
that's up to Case.
I think Case has had just like an open call with the other 2 going the whole time. So like, yeah, right? Isn't that how we've kind of ruled it in the past?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys want to meet up, you may.
No, yeah, there is more that I would like to explore about this.
Yeah, I was hoping to as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then how about you guys all reconvene in the office building?
Okay.
Are Yoko and Benabach okay with that?
Yep.
Well,
All right. So,
by the way, we couldn't see we saw that the footprints led into the office where the sniper rifle was, but we didn't see footprints leaving. Right?
you did. It was like a whole trail. Like you could see a person they were there for a while moving around.
Yes, and we couldn't see like any exit trail, like if he just like jumped out the window or.
Correct. So it's either he jumped out the window or he walked out the way he walked in.
Okay. Well, I guess we've seen all we need to see here.
Yeah, maybe we should get you to the station, get you outfitted, and can talk to Holden.
Alrighty.
Holden did give Cato a message. I don't know if you recall what he said.
Yes, he did want us to meet with him in the morning at the office, the chief.
Well, should
So
miss that.
Yeah, it's shift 3 right now. So you guys have one shift to do a preliminary, or if you want to do another investigation, you may.
Yoko wants to go to the station and hit up the Esper wall.
Okay. What about Benabatch? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to look into this guy, I guess.
Richards?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, we'll say that anybody who would have driven their spinner to LAP or to this banquet hall did. Otherwise, there are plenty of people around who could give you a ride to LAPD. So yeah, you guys get there. And Cato, you do get outfitted with all of your starting gear. So you get your gun, your KIA, your badge, which should all be on your character sheet already.
Awesome. So we're back at the station, right? I can start looking into the sniper rifle, see like where it came from, and possibly we could identify the fingerprints.
Yeah, so maybe one of the other Blade Runners can tell you the procedure for all that. So
Yeah, I've been as we've been collecting evidence, I've been uploading it to the evidence case file.
Are you on the mural board, by the way?
Now I am.
I mean, I am as well, but I haven't used it yet. I'm so bad.
I just put the eagle picture on there. See if you can like add a sticky note with the description of what you found exactly. But I spent my promotion point and I rolled the connections.
I saw, yeah.
Yeah, to be able to use the Esper wall because she's wanting to look at the CCTV across the city.
Okay.
You put the eagle picture in there, you said?
Yeah, it's he made a board on the left side.
If you zoom out, you'll be able to see it.
Maybe I'm on the wrong one.
Yeah, try zooming out. It's to the up and to the left.
Oh, okay. Sheesh, I had to zoom out a lot. Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Oops.
All right, Yoko, you're gonna jack in to the Matrix or what?
Yeah, she wants to start checking all of the cameras around the gala from the buildings in the vicinity. Try to find that shooter.
All right, so you don't see anything about the shooter, but you do find some movement on the balcony where the guard Richards was supposed to be. You do see, and it's kind of obscured, but you do see someone leaving about the time that you got to the event, leave, and then disrobe, dump the clothes in the dumpster, and then shortly after, Case and Cato had words with the waiter with the camera. You do see that waiter and the person wearing the Richard's uniform meet up. And then the two of them get into a spinner and fly off.
She is gonna have the Esper magnify the license plate on the car.
It looks like it's a spinner that has no license plate, but as you zoom in, you do get a facial recognition on the person in the Richards uniform. Oh, actually, first I'll show you the waiter first. Yeah, so here's what the waiter would look like. Trevor. Yeah, he's ID'd as Trevor Simmons. He has no prior criminal history.
Nobody knew this Trevor. None of us.
No, nobody knew. And then the other person who's wearing the Richards uniform looks like this.
Is that fucking Styles again?
Well, I'll be damned. Give me a hard copy of that.
The photo didn't load for me.
You don't see a bald guy?
No. It just shows like a little paper and it's cut like it failed to load or something.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, same. It's okay. Theater of the mind.
Guess who's like a bald white guy?
Like,
Which if you're... Yeah, sorry.
like Rob Corddry in a turtleneck.
Okay.
What I'm talking about?
Rob Corddry mixed with that guy who played Mr. Norrell or whatever. Jestro knows what I'm talking about. From Jonathan Strange and
Yeah, I don't know what that
Mr.
actor's name is, though. Maybe I can post it in the chat. All right, so yeah, that's what you find, Yoko.
She's gonna upload that to the Kaya mainframe.
Okay. Anything else you want to do? Anybody else want to do anything while you're at LAPD?
Do we have any information on the sniper rifle? Where that came from?
Yeah.
Maybe
So
it's like the
who
vendor
in LAPD would you take that to? You can get that info. Well, how would you go about doing that?
I honestly don't even know. I'll just ask you guys. So where would I go to find out where this sniper rifle came from? Maybe we can speak to the vendor that maybe sold this, or if it was on some black market, maybe it's a close friend or a close associate to these guys. Maybe we could get some information.
To say, Case,
oh.
you're still with him, right?
You guys are all in. Oh yeah.
Well,
So,
she's in the Esper room, so I'm assuming she's not in the same room as them.
Right. Yeah. That's why I stopped talking. 'Cause I realized. Sorry.
And
yeah,
Case, can you
I-
show him where Coco is?
Yeah, sure, right away. I don't know who that is.
That is the lab guy.
Let me.
Okay.
Yeah. Coco was in 2049. He's that dude who got
Okay.
he got his fucking neck broke.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to be in here. She's like, I have the paperwork right here. He's like, ah.
Played by David Welsh.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Okay. Yeah, because we've never talked to this dude, right? Have we?
Yeah,
No, we have.
He's the ME.
Yeah, you guys talked to him in the first case file.
Oh, okay.
He's the one
That
who
was
gives you
months
the...
ago.
Yeah, he did the autopsy on the bodies. He'll give you ballistic reports, blood samples.
We also talked to him in the second case, or at least Yoko did, about
Oh,
the
that's right.
body of the replicant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who was like, their muscle strength is astronomical.
So we're in the room
Well,
with
damn.
him, right? Or
And I was also going to send the bootleg replicants. I thought they'd be safe if Coco was watching them because I knew I was metagaming and I knew he doesn't die until 2049. So like he can't die. He can't die with these bootleg replicants.
It's true.
Got plot armor.
Yeah, he just goes unconscious. If you wait a couple minutes, he'll get back up.
Shouldn't have done that.
He's marked as essential.
But yeah, Skywin, you guys are in the morgue or whatever the medical wing of the LAPD.
oh, we're in the morgue, like with he's inspecting the mayor.
That's just what he does. Or that's like his office is in the morgue. So when you guys get there, yes, the mayor is there. So if you guys want to add that to your list of clue or questions, you may, but he also knows ballistics. He can do a ballistics analysis. And also your question about black market, your teammates do have answers for those. So.
Okay, and this guy's name is Coco.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Coco. I'm Kato.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
sorry.
regarding
It's
weapons,
okay.
it's probably gonna be to go to Bullet Bob's. Like that's probably gonna be where it leads.
Sorry, my Google thing was.
Where did-
Sorry, well, what did you say, Ben?
Tis
So-
Gucci.
I was just saying that anytime anything has to do with weapons, it usually leads to Bullet Bob's.
Bullet Bob.
Yeah, Bullet Bob is like a dude who sells guns, and he also sells like Blade Runner guns and that sort of thing. I don't know if it's necessarily black market. I assume that people could just buy guns.
Yeah, it's a
But
bit
yeah.
of both.
I don't know if there's really black market in the Blade world so much as just market. Like it's both shady and not shady.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, do you want to spend your Chinyan and your promotion points or humanity, whichever one it is, to get them to sign them out of LAPD lockup and then have to return them? Or do you want to just pay the Chinyan to Bullet Bob and keep it forever?
Mm.
But yeah, so you get there. Oh, hello, detective. I'm Coco, chief medical examiner. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Kato. I just wanted to see if you had any information on the sniper rifle. See if we can kind of trace where that sniper rifle came from.
Yes. Detective Case did upload the images of the rifle as well as the bullet casing, and yeah, I've ID'd it as an endoscope rifle, which is not standard issue for LAPD, but we do have many in lockup.
Interscope rifle.
I ran a check on the system's inventory, and it seems that all of ours are still in stock or in the armory.
Do we have any information on where this specific VIN number could come from?
I did not
I'm
see
assuming
a VIN
that it has a
number.
VIN number or something.
I did not see a serial number in any of the images Officer Case submitted to the database. But if you brought the rifle with you, I could do a more thorough examination. And I can confirm that this was, in fact, the bullet that killed the mayor. Now, this is me talking, Jestro. Who else is with Cato in the morgue?
He's solo dolo in there.
I mean, I don't know where else to go right now, so I will accompany.
Detectives, I'd like to show you something that I find particularly interesting. Would you please accompany me here? And he walks over to the mayor. Her body's on one of those operation slabs.
Sure, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He's at a loss for words, so he just instead walks over to her right eye and opens it. And then he, with his free hand, points a UV light at it and then like rotates her eyeball up. And you guys do see a serial number on her eyeball. Were either of you aware that the mayor was a replicant?
Not at all.
No.
I was also unaware of this fact.
Was she presenting human this whole time?
As far as I know, replicants cannot hold positions of authority.
Get as much forensics on this as you can. I think I need to go. We need to go talk to the chief right away.
Chief is currently at the mayor's family's estate, talking with her husband and daughter, trying to, deal with their grieving right now. It also is another peculiarity there. They did have a child, but this body here in front of us is a replicant, so...
Exactly.
Anyway, I do know that the chief will be back in just a few hours, so...
We've got to wait for him. This can't wait till the morning.
Is there anything
Or
else
do we wait until the morning case? Will he be upset with us if we let all this on him tonight?
No, yeah. I'm gonna go. I'll go get in my spinner and go talk to him myself. I don't think I should wait.
I'm with you.
I will text the group chat. Mayor's body is replicant. A bunch of question marks.
Yoko calls Case.
Case will answer.
Case, do you know what happened to Styles after we locked him up?
I thought he got retired.
That's what I thought too, but I mean, I didn't do it.
Was he?
Did we ever
saw
get
serial
confirmation?
numbers, right? You got to check the records on retirees because he was brought here and interviewed. We had him in custody.
Well, I don't know what happened or if there's another one that looks just like him, but the person who was wearing the security uniform, it was either Styles or looked just like him.
I'm sure they made him in a batch. We need to find out what if our Styles got retired, what his serial number was, and then we can know maybe it's another Nexus 8 or what's that?
That's a great segue to Benabatch, who is currently checking on Richards's file. Right? You said you wanted to check up on Richards.
Yeah.
So if you're already at the
but
terminal,
also kind of hearing all that, And like knowing what they got into while I was on vacation, I'm gonna kind of ask like, so does anybody? I mean, you guys saved Neander Wallace's life, right? Like, there's no way a replicant is mayor and he doesn't know.
Do you think, are you saying that Wallace planted the mayor?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a plant, but there's no way that he didn't know and didn't let it happen to see what would happen.
So you think we should talk to Wallace? Is that what
I
you're
think
saying?
he might have a. I think he might have a pretty good idea of. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Now, Benabatch, you do know that the likelihood of getting an audience, a face-to-face audience with Neander Wallace is pretty slim, but you could always schedule a meeting with his right-hand lady.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I said, like, you guys saved his life recently, right? Like, you guys have, like, you guys do a favor.
Yeah. But yeah, so while you're in the terminal, the LAPD database, you do look up Richards. You see that he was a security guard for the security firm that it does match. They were the ones who were doing security for that event you guys were just at. You also get his address, which is not too far from where you guys are right now. And then you look up, what was the other thing? Styles. It does say that he was released a few weeks ago under, I forget what you call it, where he's an informant or whatever it's called.
CI?
Yeah, CI.
Okay. Well, that tracks because that is what we wanted to use him for.
And it does say that he, his address, he's supposed to check in every couple of, like once a week, and his address on file is in Sector 5 someplace. You get the address.
And Case is about to go Serpico. He wouldn't let that happen. No. He's a Nexus 8. We retire them. What do you mean we're going to work with them?
Well, the plan was to not to retire him right away, but to get all the information he had about the underground first, like about all the people in positions of power, and then retire him.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you guys have had, like I know all of you have we haven't talked to him since that first case file, but in the weeks that you guys have worked there, he has been drip feeding LAPD information in order to keep himself alive.
Okay.
So he told you about, the shanty or town
Shantywood
seawall,
Ball?
the Shantywood Ball, seawall, the moon bus, various moon bus locations, how to intercept their signals from the LA spaceport, things like that. But you guys can tell he's withholding enough information to keep himself alive.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's been an ongoing thing, I think Case would respect the orders of the higher ups, but he would be vocal about his displeasure with the arrangement. And we should just kill him. That's all I'm saying is we should just
Hey, Kato,
what we do.
Yes, ma'am.
considering you're fresh off the boat, I'm sure you've met Quell face to face before, right? Maybe she gave you a pep talk before you went to the ball?
The Sky one, Quell is like Love 1.0. Like, if Love is, it's like her predecessor.
Oh, wow. Okay. And I have met her?
Yeah, everybody has.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have met her, Keesley. Or Keesley. Yoko.
Yeah. Do you think that you could contact Quell and set up a meeting?
You want that meeting tonight?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible. I want to try to call Quell, or Quell is her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Quell.
Quell. All right. So, is there anything else any of you want to do while at LAPD?
Since Benabetch is at the mainframe, Yoko's gonna. Well, actually, we already have all the information about Styles, so.
Just so I'm tracking, right? Looks like we're trying to meet with Quell and also wait for the chief. But are we also splitting up to go to this address the same night? Or are we all gonna try to do all this all together in one night?
Splitting up is a good idea. Yoko is going to, as she thoughtfully folds her origami, she's sitting there in the office, she's going to say, I think I want to go to Styles' address.
Okay.
And I think Case and I are pretty set on waiting for the chief. And hopefully Quell will meet us here tonight as well. I tried to call. Did Quell answer, or?
Sure, yeah, we can do that right now. This is Quell.
Hi, this is Kato.
SK-7.7. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Average.
Average. Well, I need you here tonight at the police station. We need to hold a.
For what reason?
This is a request from Yoko. She's asking that we all meet here at the police station.
You wouldn't feel more comfortable coming here to Wallace HQ?
I wouldn't, no. I need to wait here for our chief.
All right, I need you to roll connections or manipulation, whichever you want. And also, just as a reminder, Holden said to meet him at in his office, shift 2,
Tomorrow.
day 2, which is 2 shifts from now. 2 shifts from now. So you guys can go see him before if you want, or you can wait here for 2 shifts.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to split up and do some detective work and then reconvene with him, that is also fine. Well, all right, you do bring up a good point. I would like to stretch my feet, so yeah, I should be there in about an hour or 2.
Okay,
Ow.
Thank you. I'll see you then.
Very good.
All right.
Benabach,
we'll
what are
be
you
here.
doing with for the next shift? What are you doing, Benabach?
So, what was the result? I don't think I ever got the result of that info because we ended up talking about.
Which
No.
info?
Richard's.
You got his address, and you confirmed that he did, in fact, work for the security company that was doing the security for the banquet. Like, he's a legit person.
Was a legit
Was
person.
a legit person, yeah. And then
And you got his
I
address.
guess, I
It's
guess,
not too far from here.
I guess it is still technically a replicant murder because it's probably it was done by Styles. So, yeah, I'll go to the address.
It will have to go into next shift, but it's it's like the same building that McCoy lives in. And Case, what are you doing with next shift?
Well, before we leave the LAPD, because I guess I won't crash the family. I'm not really too sure what to do right now. But either way, before I leave, I would like to requisition the 20 gauge again, because why not? It's still in my inventory. So, like, do I need to make a connections roll, or is it just spending the promotion points?
I think it's both. Keithley?
So what type of equipment is it?
It
Is
is
it standard
in
or
the
premium or?
I'm looking it up right now. The 12 gauge.
standard.
Yeah, it's
So it's just one promotion point on a successful connections roll. You get it instantly. It doesn't take a whole shift. If it's standard equipment. So you would spend the point and then roll.
Connections.
And you don't get the point back if you fail, I believe.
oh, the 20 gauge.
3 eyeballs.
Hell yeah. You get it. Let me add it to your. Or you said it's already in your inventory?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's already.
Yeah, you just pay the promotion point and you got it.
Yeah. And is it cost 2 or cost 1?
It says cost 2. So yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Did we get like an address for the security guard?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Is anybody going to that guy's place? Is that Styles or no?
No, that's someone else.
I thought so. All right. So if we have a address for the security guard person, then instead of dropping in on the chief and whatever and causing a scene, Case will say to Kato, on second thought, I'll let the chief handle his thing, and I'm gonna follow up on the security guard, the uniform they found in the alley. Yeah, find out what happened with that, and I will jump in the spinner and head to that address.
As you're in the spinner lot, you do see Benabatch is also walking towards his spinner.
Been a batch.
Do we start off in the same place?
You guys are going to the same place.
We are.
I know we're going to the same place, but do we start in the same place?
You guys are both in LAPD, so I imagine you're
Both at the parking lot.
both in the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
I'm just giving you guys the opportunity if you want to carpool. You don't have to.
No, I think it's always better to have more mobility if we need to split up later down the line.
All right.
Yeah.
Then we'll say that Benabatch is already en route. And Case leaves, I don't know, 20 minutes after. Okay, and then...
Well, since Quell is going to LAPD, then Yoko will stay to talk to her.
All right. Okay, so then we're going to move into shift 1, day 2. All right, so first up, I guess we'll just stay at LAPD. So you guys are in your bullpen, which is like a bunch of cubicles next to each other, and then Quell arrives. Hello,
Did Kato stay at LAPD
Yes.
too?
I was just about to say Kato is going to follow Yoko's lead since Case left.
Hello, detectives.
Hello, Quell.
Detective Yoko, I brought you something. She hands you some new cookies. I'm
Thank
testing
you.
these ones out. I'd like to hear your opinion.
Well, why don't we go into a conference room and have some coffee and cookies?
Oh, that sounds lovely.
So we'll get coffee for everyone, and ask Kato to escort Quell to a conference room. She'll meet them
Into the
there a
immediately.
few moments later.
Alright,
She'll. Oh. She will. That's Zelda barking right now.
No, shut your ass up.
She thinks Billy's trying to steal the snacks. But she's gonna draw the blinds closed and have a seat and say, "Thank you for meeting us on such short notice."
Yeah, no problem at all. You have proven that you are replicants that get the job done. So, if called upon and not indisposed, I will make myself available.
Kato just stands by Yoko's side, parade rest, doesn't partake in the cookies, coffee, just waiting for orders or anything that Yoko needs.
The reason for the visit is, well, have you heard about the shooting last night at the police gala?
I have not. What happened? Is someone hurt?
Yes, the mayor was killed, but
Oh, that's
in addition
terrible.
to that, it was discovered that the mayor herself was a replicant.
I'm gonna need observation from both of you, and I'm gonna step away, use the restroom really quick. So if the two of you want a game plan, or all four of you, that's fine. I just need a minute.
Observation. Boom.
So you could push that roll if you want. You press the push button,
Push.
and that'll re-roll it. Yeah. So on the little chat window that shows all the rolls, there should be a button on your roll that says push or accept.
Let's see. I just went to observation and clicked D6. I gotta go to a different thing.
So on the right hand side of your screen, do you see like a chat bar that shows all the dice roll results?
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
So if you click push,
Oh, there it is. I see it.
yeah,
Push.
it'll re-roll. If you roll any origamis, you'll take a stress. Okay, so that is a success.
Awesome.
And I think after this meeting, we probably have another meeting with Holden. So I think me and Kato are going to be at, well, the same building.
Same building. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess Kato and Yoko are going to be at LAPD for a while.
But
We'll come back.
all right, so you guys both got successes on your observation. Yeah. So when you say that, you notice that Quell has, like, she's faking a shocked expression, but you can tell it's not sincere.
Yoko will say, I imagine that Neander Wallace is well aware of this situation.
That is a good assumption.
So this isn't news to you.
The murder is news to me, but no. The mayor being a replicant is not news.
So this was an intentional placement of a replicant in that capacity by Wallace?
I'm unable to speak too openly about it, but it was meant to be a temporary substitution. That's all I can say.
I'm told that the mayor has children.
She has a daughter, yes.
Was the current replicant mayor based off of a human?
Yeah.
Or
Yes,
what
that's
happened
correct.
to that human?
I'm unable to say. but just know that she is currently out of commission.
Kato's gonna go to the door and make sure it's locked.
Who else knew that the mayor is a replicant?
Only the highest engineers at Wallace.
Do you think that
Perhaps her husband, perhaps her daughter. We don't know too much about what their personal life was. We did have a handler, but for appearance's sake, we didn't want it to be too obvious. They have that damn Jill Schuyler and all these tabloid people always scoping out powerful people's homes. So it needed to appear that nothing was amiss.
we'll need to speak to the handler? I think it's very likely that the reason why she was killed has to do with her being a replicant.
Why do you think that?
I don't think that it's a coincidence.
These dogs are pissed.
Is there any possibility that the mayor wanted out of their position? Did they not like their job and put a replicant in their place?
I'm walking a tightrope here, Detective, so you'll have to forgive my evasiveness. But to answer your question to the best of my ability, let's say that even if a person's spirit is willing, perhaps their mind cannot handle the stresses of a job like that.
Could you elaborate? Could you tell us more
I
about
cannot.
this replicant?
I'm sorry, I can't say much more.
Can you provide us the information about the handler?
Yes, that I can provide. She's going to give you the information about the handler.
I'm sorry, I'm speaking as me, but handler, what do you guys mean by that? Sorry.
Basically, I'm imagining it being somebody who works for Wallace that's keeping the mayor in line, providing instructions,
the
checking on him.
maintenance. Okay.
For the fake mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making sure that the mayor toes the line that Wallace wants them to, basically. Right? Am I right, Jestro?
That's right. That is correct.
And what
Yes,
is the
but-
handler's name?
It's going to be Charlotte Delaney. And let me see if I can get a photo. Oh,
Obviously, if this got out, it would be disastrous.
yes, of course. This was meant to only be a temporary. No one was supposed to ever know.
So do you have any contact with the real mayor?
We do.
Does she have any plans of what's her plan now? What's her plan of action?
I suppose I can say rehabilitation.
So the real mayor, so to speak, is in rehab, is what you're saying.
In some ways, you can call it that. But I assure you, this is not just some simple drug related. scandal. This is much worse than that.
In what way?
I have to apologize. I can't. Proprietary Wallace technology. I can't talk too much about it.
In order to solve this case, we will need more information to go on. We need to explore every avenue. I'm sure that you understand. Could I do a manipulation roll to try to
You may.
squeeze more out of her?
You may.
Okay. Ew.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, all right. You have proven that you are trustworthy. I'll say this. And this can never, if this ever gets leaked to Kill Magazine, ties with Wallace Company, Wallace Corporation, and LAPD may be severed. I have your word.
Of course.
You have my word.
The mayor had a mental breakdown. It seems that her brainstem was deteriorating. Wallace Corporation is trying to transplant spinal material from replicants into humans. This isn't just like a synthetic upgrade. It's tailor-made to the individual. But the clinical trials have been unsuccessful. It should have only taken a week or two for the mayor to be back on her feet, but it's been a couple of months. As I said, no one was supposed to know that we replaced her with a replicant. This was just supposed to be, she comes in for her procedure, we grow a replacement spine for her, transplant it in, fix her brain stem, fix whatever's happening that's wrong with her brain, but something's wrong. The brain seems to be more complex than our engineers anticipated.
So
I see.
Assuming we're still on speaker, I have to ask our teammates, like, do we think Styles knew? Or do we think, like, was the replicant the intended target, or was he after the real mayor?
Well, Quell's gonna hear that, right?
She will, but she does trust all of them.
Okay, cool.
I'm not the detective, so I can't answer that, but I would... My gut's telling me not to turn your back on either at this point.
Yoko is going to show Quell a photo of Trevor Simmons.
That is not a replicant.
So you've never seen this man before?
I've never seen him.
You
He
think
doesn't
it's
work for
possible?
If that's what you're asking.
I suppose it's possible he could be an older model.
He might be a Nexus 8 from the Tyrell, but he's definitely not a Wallace replicant.
I want to pull out two photos: the photo of the eagle and the other passenger that was with the waiter in the car. Any of these look familiar to you?
I'm not familiar with either of these. If this cartoon, I've never seen it before. This man, he could also be a Nexus 8. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But as I said, if it's Tyrell technology, I have no clue. I don't work for them.
Yoko's going to discreetly send a message to Case and Benebatch if they have any questions for Quell.
This is out of character. Have we ever tried to get information on like Nexus 8s, or was that like all of that kind of data like was all that kind of data like lost?
It was lost in
it's
the blackout.
right?
I
Yep.
thought so. Okay. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'm coming up blank because they're like, I'm wondering if the mayor has any like political opponents, if the mayor is up for re-election, but those are things that we could also find out not from Quell. So I'm trying to think of like Quell specific questions.
Well, and it's
Yeah, if the
also a
mayor
question
was-
of like Styles isn't really a gun for hire. Like he's all about the replicant underground.
Yeah, but again, like if they're made in batches, like we are, or the rest of us, aside from Benabatch.
Oh, so we should check in on our Styles then.
Yeah, we should find out if our
That's what
Styles
Yoko
is
wanted
the
to do
Styles.
next. Mhm.
Yeah, call his
Because yeah, my thought
probation
was like,
officer, whatever.
yeah, my thought was like, how many Styles were there made? How many Styles have been retired and accounted for? But like, yeah, all that info is lost,
Mhm.
and it's like partial data now.
The thing to me is that I feel like Nexus 8s shouldn't be like models like Nexus 9s are, right? Because that's otherwise we could identify them on site. We wouldn't need a void conf.
That's true.
Like
they
if
didn't
everyone's walking
become-
around looking like Styles, like we're just like, oh, okay, you guys are all Nexus 8s.
I see.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, the Nexus
Okay.
9s have those, like, I don't know how many were in the movie, but there are like 9 of them on that staircase in those
Okay,
glass
but
boxes.
Nexus
Yeah, I don't
8s
think
were more
Tyrell
like-
made them that way, right?
No, he just had like types. It was like a, remember he says that Pris was a pleasure model, or was it the Snake Girl was a pleasure model?
I think Pris was too, probably.
Yeah, and then he had like the combat models, and I think that was probably the only 2.
Yeah, I don't think they made like the same like faces for all the replicants.
That's right.
Mhm. They hit randomize on the character creator every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, come out
Well,
with
I
the
mean,
Woodker Hauer one. How,
because you
how
had
lucky.
that old guy who designed eyes, right? And he just
Yeah.
like everyone was like a snowflake. It was like unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyrell was more personalized replicants.
Yeah, and he outsourced a lot, which it seems like Wallace. They say he does, but I've seen no evidence.
So really, Wallace and Tyrell is like a story of like making like handmade toys and then moving on to like a corporation, like mass produce.
Absolutely, that is what it is.
Yeah, that's a
McDonald's
good
versus the little guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, your guys' assumption would be that there is only one Styles. Now, finding him, contacting him, that's a very good line of thinking. But yeah, there's no multiple Styles units.
And if the mayor was running for a re-election or something, I'm sure that's something we all would have heard or read in the news at this
Yeah,
point.
I was figuring like somebody could pick up a newspaper or something like that.
Sure, or you could roll, I don't know, intelligence, insight, something like that.
Yeah, what would we roll just to like remember or something?
I think intelligence. That seems most straightforward to me, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'll give that a roll.
Maybe insight.
Yeah, it could be either one of those.
I don't know.
Wait, did it roll? Yes, it did. Okay.
You're on public, right? You didn't do a private roll? Ah, there it is.
Me?
Whoever that was. Yoko. Yeah, she is not up for re-election. This is the middle of her term. This was just a regular Sunday. He wasn't.
she'd
There were
likely
no.
have like an interim mayor until the end or something.
Could be. There was also no scandals or anything in her personal life. It's very questionable why she was targeted.
Are there any other individuals that we should proactively seek to protect that may be in a similar situation as this mayor?
Can I also ask, do we know anything about the person who's going to be interim mayor? Like, who stands most to benefit from this happening?
So Quell, her demeanor changes a little bit. She clears her throat and she says, "You may feel a particular way about what I'm going to tell you, but this is the way things are going to be. The mayor is going to make a miraculous recovery. She will be out of commission for a week or two, after which time she will do a recovery tour in the hospitals. LA General seeks to gain quite a hefty financial boost from something like this. So, to answer your question, we're just going to print out another copy of the mayor."
I see. And do these mayor copies, do they have the memories of the original?
Of course.
Does the mayor know that she's a replicant in this case?
Of course not. If she knew that, who knows what kind of reactions she could have.
I see.
I understand. You might find it inhumane.
Well, it's illegal. Highly illegal. But I think you already knew that.
She chuckles and kind of rolls her eyes, which you infer as, Wallace is above the law.
Maybe for the little people.
Yeah, they sort of make the laws.
It's like, the laws are only a suggestion to Neander Wallace.
we are the law.
So I can understand why you definitely don't want Jell Schuyler getting any wind of this.
I know. He is very anti-replicant. He runs with those human supremacists. Despicable man.
So what's the plan with the replicant mayor after our human mayor recovers?
She'll just assimilate right back in. If she has any memory loss or any kind of strange behavior, well, she's the real one. So we can just chalk it up to this horrific near-death incident.
Oh, I mean the replicant. The replicant
Oh,
mayor.
retirement. Of course. Are there any other further questions for me?
That's all I've got, Yoko.
Case will text back Yoko. Does Quell know about? Does Wallace work with William DeMarco? Question mark.
Quell, have you had any sort of working relationship with William DeMarco, the art dealer?
Oh, I know him. No, not unless I have to. He is scum, always hanging out at early queues. What a pervert.
Could you elaborate on that?
Yes, he likes the young boys.
Young boys.
Yes, he seems to have a particular fondness for case models as well.
I see.
Which,
He
if
was-
that's what they want to purchase them for, that's all fine and good. But when I want to conduct business with him, let's just keep it business. He's always ogling the merchandise. Disgusting.
I see. So you wouldn't classify him as a suspicious person, just a pervert?
Think he could be both. Suspicious of what? Murdering the mayor? Doubtful.
You don't think he could be part of some sort of conspiracy or anything like that?
I wouldn't dismiss it, but doesn't seem like his game. Although he would have the pockets deep enough to hire an assassin for something like this. So, yeah, I wouldn't dismiss it right away.
Is Wallace aware of any connection between DeMarco and the mayor?
As far as I understand, they have no connection.
Okay.
That maybe the occasional gala event.
I see. Well, I have no further questions. She's going to try one of the cookies. How are they this time?
I want you to roll for it.
What do you want me to roll? Force?
Stamina. It'll be either one, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're snickerdoodle.
Much improved recipe.
I'm happy to hear that. Although having terrible cookies did save my life.
Yes. They most certainly did.
Well, if there are no more further questions, can you point me in the direction of the morgue, please?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Thank you.
Why don't
you
we
so
walk
much.
you there?
There's some evidence I need to take back with me. And with that, we will
Okay.
switch to... Oh, did you have anything else?
I just Kato just kind of twitches his head like take back with her. He looks at Yoko like, that's cool.
Yoko just kind of turns so she's not facing Quell and kind of rolls her eyes. Like
Just
mimicking
kind of-
the way that Quell gestured when Quell was told about how what they were doing was illegal.
Kato just shrugs it off and goes with the flow. Shows her to the morgue.
All right. So Yoko and Kato are going to assist Quell in removing the mayor's eyeball. So she can't be ID'd as a rep. And then I guess actually probably take the whole body. But anyway, let's switch over to Benabatch arriving at Douglas Richards' apartment. Right. So you arrive. It's a very utilitarian building. It looks just like the building that Ryan Gosling lived in 2049.
Yeah.
And as you approach, it fucking stinks. It's disgusting. You actually have to do whatever a constitution would be. Force. Give me a force to not vomit from the stench. All right, you smelled a rotting corpse before. Although it's disgusting, you do not vomit. Not long after that, Case appears. The door is locked, by the way.
Oh. I guess I accidentally just opened it.
All right, Case, you need to roll force. or else vomit from the stench of a rotting body. You also do not vomit.
Huh.
That isn't me, just so you know.
I know. Case is being polite. That's not a good sign. Are there windows out into this hallway or whatever it is? Okay.
Like very utilitarian, like German concrete building, or maybe like Soviet function over form,
Yeah.
like a prison.
Brutalist.
Brutalism. Oh, I love it though.
Case will say, I assume you don't want to wait for a warrant. What, Nick? Super low? That's what it looks like on my board.
What is it?
I was asking if my mic is super low because it looks very low on my board.
It's kind of sizzly, but I can hear you.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Better.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, cool. I guess I just gotta be louder. But yeah, I assume you don't want to wait for a warrant. Shall we try to?
I think if I were a concerned neighbor, I would call the cops and ask for a wellness check.
Well,
Wink, wink.
Yes.
let's check on his wellness.
Or you guys can do another force or strength to, shoulder your way in. Maybe you want to do mobility or tech to maybe use a credit card to open it.
Case will bash his shoulder against the door, but it's like the opening of Reno 911. If you've ever seen, he tries to ram the door in.
Love it. I realized I never posted a picture of Quell for Sky One. Did you guys want to try manipulation to try and lockpick it? Or tech? It could be either one of those.
Oh, we both failed. Damn. Yeah, we'll try tech. Let's see. No, sir.
Dumped by a door.
I think maybe the body's in front of the other side of it.
Could be. Maybe if you guys...
Is Benabatch trying to talk to the door like Dubois does in Disco Elysium to get it to open?
That'd be great. Yeah, you talk to the door and it opens.
Yeah, he's like mumbling at the door. He's like, "Don't embarrass me in front of the skin job."
And you realize it was unlocked all along, I guess.
Sure.
You guys didn't really leave me a lot
Hell
to work
yeah.
with.
Disco Elysium logic.
I mean, my other suggestion was going to be retrieving the shotgun from the car and just blowing the lock out.
Okay. Well, if it had come to that, I would have allowed it. But yeah, Benabatch gets it open. And are you guys covering your noses with anything, or are you just walking straight in?
Having smelled what's from the outside, Case will maybe suggest, hey, Benabatch, maybe light a cigarette or something. And he's going to, I assume Case would have a pocket square or some kind of kerchief, because he seems like that kind of guy.
I agree.
Hold one of those up.
All right,
to
you
his
guys may
face.
enter.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna try and stick some mushroom steak up my nose, but I was gonna roll a stamina just to, in case one of them did have horseradish on it.
Even if it did, you don't give a fuck. All right, yeah, you guys, you're in. The smell is not deterring you, but yeah, you may enter the apartment. Also, I'm gonna share a photo of Quell if anybody wants to screenshot it, so you can add it to Miro. I don't know if you want to, but let me know when I should close that. All right, you guys have access to it. Never mind.
If someone else can put that on Miro, that'd be cool because I can't see that one either.
All right, guys, you enter this apartment. It's got the exact same layout as Leia's old apartment, case file 1. Yeah, it's hot. It's musty in here. It stinks like death and BO.
Okay. Is the, aside from being very stinky, is it thrashed? Like, has it been lived in? Is there garbage everywhere? Or is it...
It actually doesn't look like it's in too bad of disrepair. But if you were to walk into the bedroom area, you would find a corpse.
Okay. But nothing looks out of place, like there was a fight here or anything like that?
Correct. And then you see the corpse. Couldn't get a dead body in mid-journey. But let's say it's this guy, but a corpse.
Okay. And he definitely does not match the dude that we saw, right?
It's not matched the person on the Esper wall, but it does match the photo that Benabach saw in the database when he looked for the guy.
Oh, okay. So his, like, employee photo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Case will lead back out into the hallway and say back to Benabach, I think I found him. And then he will continue looking around the bedroom. Are there any, like, periodicals in here? Any, like, magazines or newspapers?
I'm going to need a roll for that. But yes, the answer is yes. I just need a roll for it.
Trying to find something with a date and see what the latest date is. Would that be observation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. Like, since I'm in the kitchen, I'll kind of see, like, if he's got any, like, super expired milk, or like how recent it was.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, inside you do see that the milk was dated to expire about 2 weeks ago. And as far as the periodicals, you do not find a magazine or anything like that, but you do find a like a folded up piece of paper on one of the nightstands or like one of these tables.
Okay.
It looks like this. Also, your investigation. Were you trying to look at his body, or just around the room? I guess that'd be first aid. Potential cause of death.
Yeah, I was just looking around the room to see, because I assume the body's been dead for a while for it to stank this bad.
I forgot to mention that he is hanging. He is hanged himself.
Oh, I see. Okay, I thought he was like laying down somewhere.
No, like I'm imagining he was standing on that table and then like, maybe kicked it out or something. But you need a first aid to verify. And Benabatch, if you'd like to roll, you may also.
That's one eyeball.
All right. That is a success. I'm just allowing Inigo a moment to roll as well, if he would like.
You said medical aid?
First, yeah, medical aid. Yeah, so you guys both look at the body and you notice there are scratch marks on his neck. And it looks like some of the rope or whatever it was, like some kind of cable. It does look like he was trying to tear it and tear his neck.
And no sign of a struggle or anything in this place, right?
Yeah, no knocked over furniture other than the table. Doesn't look like it's been ransacked. Which you find particularly telling because you know someone stole his uniform.
Yeah. Is there any kind of like, I assume this is like kind of in a world of like landline. Do people have like telephones? Is there a Rolodex around?
I would imagine there would be, yeah.
I'm gonna look for, if there's a Rolodex, if there's a number that it's flipped open to, any kind of thing like that. Any particular Rolodex card that's very worn? That looks like it's old.
Yeah, one for Mom.
I'm gonna write that number down. I don't want to call at the moment because I don't know if I want to have that conversation, but be good to know. Because in my head, I'll just, it's weird to me that if this dude's been dead for a while and he showed up at work and he looked completely different, that none of his coworkers thought anything was weird about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but I don't think he did show up to work.
Is that...
Because no one has seen him today. Or he like showed up, but like he just like Styles got, or who we assume to be Styles, got access and using his like employee whatever credentials, and then left. But like none of his coworkers seemed to have had eyes on him today.
Okay. So it's like probably he got dropped off, let Styles in, and then booked it or something? Or was he inside of the venue and then left? I'm sorry, I'm a little fuzzy on the timeline of...
No, I don't. We've never seen this guy aside from like the records. The only person we saw today was Styles with his employee credentials.
Yeah, and then
I see.
the other guard on the balcony said Richards was supposed to be here.
Okay. Interesting. All right. I'm a little confused. My bad.
No problem. All right, so you guys are going to call this in and then head back to LAPD?
Yeah. I don't want to miss that meeting with Holden.
Right. Then we will jump forward to your meeting with Holden. All right, yeah, a couple hours later, you guys are... Holden comes in, he's got some coffee, and he brings like a dozen donuts. And he goes in his office and just lights up a cigarette all over the donuts. All right, what'd you guys find? Oh, don't be shy. Yoko, what'd you find?
Well, Wallace Corporation was fully aware that the mayor is a replicant, and as you may have assumed, they put her there.
Yeah, I talked with the mayor's husband. He is aware. Their daughter is not. But she's 16, so she's going to figure it out eventually. They
Well,
have some
even the
handler there.
replicant didn't know that she was a replicant, which is, you and I are well aware, is a very illegal and banned practice. So that puts us in a strange situation.
It does. Yeah, Wallace has got us in a bit of a vice right now. Couldn't we have just gone back to the days of just busting megacorps? Well, my guess is they didn't want this coming to light. So, what doesn't know him can't hurt him. I bet was what they were thinking. Did any of you guys see the scream sheets today? He asked, and then he places one on the desk. It shit just hit the fan.
She'll take it and look at it. Well, it could be worse.
How could it be worse?
He doesn't know that the mayor was a replicant.
Well, how are we gonna pass this off?
And also, he's going to have to recant it when the mayor comes out of surgery.
That's
Well,
another
so-
thing that Wallace told us. They're going
What,
to...
she's gonna come back from the dead?
Exactly. Wallace is going to make sure of that. I don't think you really need to worry about this, sir. Wallace's spin doctors will be in overdrive shortly, I'm sure.
Well, all right. As long as it doesn't get, sent back to us, I think we'll be all right. Kato, have you seen anything? Your new fresh eyes maybe picked up on something?
No. I was with Yoko the old time, and we heard pretty much the same thing.
What was your take on Quell?
She was a bit apprehensive to give us information, but after a bit more discussion, she opened up to us a bit more. So,
Oh, that's good. That's what I like to hear. Seems all of your repertoire has been a good bridge between us and Wallace. So, I guess, like you say, Yoko, we won't have to worry about that, which is good. So, tell me what else. What have you guys found?
well, we did see the where the shooter was across the street on the 9th floor.
Okay.
There was just a sniper rifle there and this picture of an eagle.
I don't know it,
Picture.
but that looks like some pretty shady black market stuff. I'm sure the others have told you Bullet Bob's probably the guy to go to. But yeah, I don't know what this eagle is. You guys have any suspects in mind? Any leads you're following?
We do have two. We have the waiter that was trying to catch a picture of the mayor right before she was murdered, or the replicant was murdered.
Well, why is that strange? And waiter wants a photo. What's so strange about that?
Because he was seen talking to the person who was wearing the uniform of the guard who was supposed to be posted there, but he wasn't.
All right, I see. What else you got?
Been about your case. What did you find?
Richards had hanged himself.
Who's Richards?
Richards, again, this is me over the table. Richards is the security guard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you asked me who's Richards, and I thought I said the wrong name. I was like, oh shit.
No, it's just Holden doesn't know who any of these people are.
Yeah. So we found,
we have so many names that we get introduced to, and then like I sometimes default to like random character names, so I'm like self-conscious if I like accidentally screw a name up.
Richards was one of the security guards that was supposed to be at the event. He wasn't present. Myself.
He was the one seen leaving with the waiter?
Is that correct? This is a group question.
That's what it sounded like Yoko had said.
Well, the person wearing the uniform was seen leaving with the waiter, but it wasn't actually Richards. That's my
he just
understanding.
had
so
Richards' uniform
that was
on.
today.
Last night,
right after the
technically, but
shooting,
yes.
right? Oh.
Or
Yeah,
yeah. That was last night, yeah. Oh, okay, so
Are you telling me this guard, he leaves with the waiter, then he goes and hangs himself?
It wasn't the guard, sir.
Oh, it wasn't the guard. Somebody
wore his
posing as the
uniform.
guard. Got
Exactly.
it. Okay.
Yes. The guard has been dead for a while, indeterminate amount of time, and it looks like he was somebody hanged him.
Somebody killed him?
By my estimation, I would assume that was the case.
All right. Well, yeah, I assume you called it in, so Coco will confirm if it was self-inflicted or not. So, well, all right. Yeah. So, what do you got? Actually, let me present what I got. Yeah. So I talked to the mayor's husband. He was aware that she was a replicant. He also knows that his wife is being held by Wallace in one of their medical facilities. The daughter, as I said, does not know. But the replicant mayor had a handler, Charlotte something. We have it here, Delaney. Yeah. So she's a human that is acting as the mayor's secretary. But yeah, that's her handler to make sure that she doesn't do anything to give away that she's a replicant. Other than that, I don't really have much. Did you guys find anything at Richards's apartment?
that was Case and Benabadge at the apartment.
Yeah, I think we didn't really. We just found that he had hanged himself,
found
and
the
then
body.
some
That he's been dead
old
for a
stuff.
while.
No
You
clues.
also found that Pearls Before thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pearls Before. Yeah, the barbecue joint.
Oh yeah.
So many photos. I think I closed that one. My bad. Yeah,
I
we
did post
have.
it on the Miro board. You guys
Yes.
feel free to add your notes to the Miro board. I've been
Well, that's
the only one adding notes.
well. Here's the thing. That has been part of my attention problem tonight because I'm also trying to figure out the Miro board and then figure out how to take screenshots and add them to the Miro board, but also pay attention to what's happening in the game.
Yeah. And then when you like trying to like
ADD
make a
or
post-it
something,
note
but-
and then like trying to type on the post-it note and then I'm like, oh shit, I just missed like 10 minutes of talking.
It's all
Yeah.
part of the plan.
So I apologize, but I very much appreciate the bureau. I have been taking screenshots, but I haven't figured out how to add them yet. So yes, we
Just like right click in the white space of Miro, and then you can click paste, and then it'll have you click paste again, and it should add the screenshot.
All right, yeah. I haven't eaten there myself, but yeah, a couple of the people last night during my mingling, they said that they've been there. Great barbecue. I don't know. So if that's a lead, maybe follow up on that one. Cato, yes.
Who was handling Styles? Who is Styles reporting to? Who is supposed to be overseeing Styles?
That's a very good question.
I'm going to get the name for you and I'll send it over to your desk once I figure that out.
Thank you.
No problem. So yeah,
and then-
follow. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can anybody remember, because I was trying to write a lot of notes at the time, the name of the farmer lady who was requesting increased police presence?
Yesenia something or other.
Jessica Gutierrez.
Jessica.
Yeah, yes, good here.
That was
I wrote
close.
down 2 names and one of them got murdered.
I remember one time I used Jessica with a Y and everybody just wrote Jessica with a Y. And I was like, no, full Jessica.
Yeah.
The city.
Case will say, has anything reached your desk about
I apologize, but you're breaking up.
Yeah, your mic's kind of giving out on us or something.
1, 2? Is that better?
Not really.
Not really.
Pretty fuzzy.
How about now?
Much better.
We're good? Okay. Sorry, I gotta clean out this mixer. It's very dusty inside. But Case will ask Holden, has anything come across your desk about a Jessica Gutierrez? She spoke to us before the event last night.
He's gonna type on his terminal. Yeah, this lady is like a angry ex-girlfriend. Look, I have 65 requests from her, trying to get increased police presence on the outskirts in farmland. The hell are they gonna look over? There's nothing out there. I don't know. She's some pig farmer. Why do you ask?
It might be nothing, but I don't know. Could be worth looking into. Who would have motivation to kill the mayor? Who knew that the mayor was a replicant? If they're trying to assassinate the actual mayor, maybe there's something going on.
These are some pretty good questions. So yeah, to recap, then I'll let you off on your own. So you're gonna follow up on Styles. I'm gonna send you over who he reports to. You said you're gonna follow up on perhaps Jessica Gutierrez, then follow up on this sniper rifle. And what else was there?
That's all I got.
Benabach?
Well, I guess we also need to. Do we have? I mean, yeah, we have like facial rec, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we run the guy with the camera?
Which guy?
The one who with the
That
one
was
that
the
Oh, the waiter? The waiter? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was Trevor Simmons. He
Oh,
had
we
no
did already
criminal.
run him.
Yeah, he had no
Okay,
criminal
sorry.
record.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't register that because I didn't register that he was an accomplice.
Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, good work tonight. I know things were a little hectic, and it wasn't clear if this was a job worthy of Blade Runners, but I appreciate you all stepping up and doing what needed to be done, investigating this. So, yeah, congratulations on the medals last night. I know that this just put a big stink on that night, but you're all doing a great job. So, yeah, get back to it. And then he's going to politely ask you guys to leave.
She does.
All right, you guys heading back to the bullpen?
Yoko is going to say that she is going to Styles's address.
All right, before that, because we're running out of time. So, yeah, next, if you guys want to type someplace where you want to start the next shift for the next session, that way I don't forget it, we can do that. But the final scene we'll do here at the bullpen. So as you guys are all sitting down doing your paperwork for the day. Also, we have to determine when you guys should be taking downtime. If you're going to do that next session, when. But yeah, as you guys are doing your paperwork, someone's going to approach you. A case specifically.
Okay.
Are you D4-5.3?
That's me.
All right, when you guys look at this person, it looks like Case, except he has brown eyes and black hair. I'm K4-5.9. You guys also see, if anyone wants to roll observation, you'll be able to see more. But you do see this guy has a busted lip and a black eye.
You said insight?
Observation.
Oh, observation. Okay.
If I said insight, that was my mistake. It's supposed to be observation. Noise! All right, Hato, you notice that this guy is, he has like he's tried to clean his face, but he still has like the remnants of mascara, eyeliner, and like glitter. But yeah, the biggest things about him is he's got a busted lip and a black eye. And he looks just like Case.
Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from work. I work at the early queues. Sorry, is it safe to talk here? I guess it is. This is LAPD. Nothing will happen here. And he sits down like at Case's desk. I imagine you have like a seat for other people.
Yeah.
sits down. Is it possible? I didn't know who else to go to, and some of the other K4 models have said that there's one of us in LAPD, so I figured who better to go to.
Could you show a picture of that DeMarco guy again, real quick?
Yeah.
I deal with this the rep detect. So we deal with, is it replicant crime specifically, or is it just tracking down replicants?
You know, they
This
don't
is a-
say in the rule book if there's a distinction. I think as long as a replicant is involved, you guys could be called in.
Okay.
Because they do get a little bit more flexible in the final chapter, making your own case. So,
What was his name? What DeMarco again?
William. Oh, Billy DeMarco. But yeah, I just figured it. I mean, since you're one of us, maybe we're kind of like brothers. Maybe you could help me out. I don't know about, is it a restraining order or something? But I don't feel safe at my job. And as he's talking, a postman comes and he's like, I have a package delivery for Yoko.
For me?
Kato.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go.
Bomb
Yeah.
Squad. Bomb Squad.
What's that, sir?
Bomb Squad.
Are you serious?
Bomb Squad. Hey, I just need you to sign for it. I'm not. You can open it right now.
She'll sign for it. She's gonna check to see if the package looks suspicious.
Looks fine. It even has the whatever the Blade Runner equivalent of Petco or Chewy's pet supplies would be.
Run sitters.
Yeah, run sitters, zoological supplies.
Yeah. So she'll open it.
Yeah, inside are cat toys and some catnip and some scratchers.
No, speak of the devil.
I also have a package here for Benabat Cumber. Is that your last name? Cumberdict?
Benabat is sweating again. And he's like, Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad.
Can I get you to sign for this, sir?
Oh, he signs for it, but he's still like, Bomb Squad.
That one was lighter than the other one, so I don't know. Maybe it's close. I also got a package here for Kato.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, can I have you sign for this?
Sure.
All right. So Benabatch, if you open yours, it is some button-up white shirts. And Kato, I don't know what kind of things you like, but William DeMarco thinks you like turtlenecks. So he bought you some turtlenecks.
It'll rock with those.
All right. And finally, I have one for Case.
I'll grab that for him.
Okay. I just need you to sign for that one as well.
And there you go.
And have a blessed day, y'all. And then he walks away.
Takes the package over to the case. Is the guy still sitting there? That looks like Case.
Yeah, he's still sitting there. Yeah, I'm imagining while he was talking with Case, these deliveries were happening.
Okay, Kato wanted to lock in on what he has to say.
I'm just worried. I mean, I know early cues. a shady place and all, but and I know the LAPD, they don't go there very often, but listen, they abuse us. We it's fine. You dance for these guys, and and sometimes the ladies too. You dance for them. Maybe they want to buy you a drink or get a private dance. That's fine, but some of them they take it too far. Is there any way you could come and, I don't know, make your presence known or help us out?
Take it too far in what way?
I mean, they say we're not humans, so we don't have rights, but I mean, we have feelings, we have pain receptors, and we know when we're being mistreated and abused. I mean, I didn't get this falling down some stairs. He motions to his black eye and his busted lip.
Kato just looks over at Case. You there, Case?
Yeah, sorry. I'm having mic trouble. My bad, dude.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
So is this like RDU's jurisdiction? Like, would this kind of crime be a thing, or?
I'm going to say it falls into that weird area of like, abuse is abuse. He's right that replicants don't have rights, but this guy's trying to appeal to and that's why he came to you specifically. Like, no different than like a racially profiled, attack.
Uh-huh.
So we trying to appeal to some like pathos, like, come on, we're brothers, man.
Exactly.
Well, look, like me as a player, like I can sympathize, but I'm trying to, like, I think Case would say, like, well, look, I understand that this is a problem, but RDU doesn't really handle this kind of casework. I think you need to file a traditional police report.
All right. Hey, thanks. Hey, no, it's fine. It's thanks for giving it to me straight. That's all. Hey, maybe if you want to, I don't know, sneak into the early queues and pretend to be one of these rich art dealers, maybe you can, I don't know, get a look for yourself. Anyway, he gets up and then walks off, defeated.
We can't save them all, Case.
I mean, really, I don't think it's my job. I got bigger things going on.
All right. So, if you want to open your package, then we can do promotion points.
If it's from DeMarco, I don't think Case would. He'd probably just trash it.
All right. Trash it where?
Okay.
How you going to trash it?
I would assume that Case has a little tiny desk trash, like underneath his desk, that he empties regularly, and throw it in there.
All right, as you go to grab it, you do hear that ticking.
Kato hears that too?
Yeah, so I'm going to let everybody, you may roll. Agility and or mobility. You guys could do both. But yeah, Bennett Batch was right. This time it is a bomb, but because he just threw it in the trash. It's
Oh,
going
no.
kablammy.
Oh, no.
So you guys are all very close.
That's not letting me roll.
So if you can only roll one dice, like if you're rolling agility, it's only one dice, so it always says disadvantage. What disadvantage means you're only rolling one of the dice. You
Oh,
roll
okay. So I have to
mobility, I
click
think you roll-
disadvantage.
Yeah, you're rolling
I-
your mobility dice plus your agility dice.
Yeah.
Yes, you can
so
do
if
mobility.
I'll roll mobility.
Okay, so I got mobility from Yoko, Case, and Kato. Ben, about you rolling?
Hold on. Someone was talking to me. Can you repeat that?
Mobility. It's a bomb, and everybody's rolling to see if you guys react in time. Nice.
So Benabatch's little penguin legs will carry him like the wind.
All right,
Is
so
Benbatch running towards the bomb squad?
so it does.
It's like, I've been waiting for you guys.
Okay, so yeah, the bomb does explode. You guys all are knocked away, and fortunately, none of you take any damage. But you guys will be. I need you guys to roll odds or evens. It's either going to be 1 or 2 shifts that you are unconscious for when we start next week, because the bomb is. You guys are in the freaking epicenter, ground zero.
Man, if we got shot in the head, we'd be up in a week.
For
So
real.
that's
one.
odds for me.
Yeah, evens. Get 2 for Yoko, 1 for Kato, and 1 for Benabatch. All right, so let's make a note of that in Miro. That it looks like Yoko is going to be out for 2 sessions or 2 shifts starting next session, and the rest of you guys are out for 1. So we could just pick up straight at shift 4 or shift 4. When 3 of you guys wake up and Yoko's still unconscious.
Okay.
I feel like Xavier's like pulling up to the office. Oh man, time to get into work, and then like you see the office window explode. Oh shit!
Fuck yeah.
And he's like, "Wait, is that our office?"
I think I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. How did you write that note without the sticky note?
Just click the T on the left for a text box.
Damn, it's tiny.
You can resize it.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. You guys are gonna spend shift 2 unconscious. That's right.
Well, shift 2, we had the meeting with Holden, right?
Yeah, but this bomb went off. Oh yeah, you're right. So then shift 3 would be unconscious.
This.
I'm excited for Yoko.
Why?
You think you're just gonna be doing nothing, but whew, here's where it's gonna get fun.
It's a little bit. The text boxes are a little bit finicky.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I feel like I know how it would work for a human with like human memories, but like Are we? I mean, it would be cool if we are, but are we going to be trapped in our key memory?
Hell yeah! How'd you guess?
As I was saying it, I was like, there's no way he's not doing this because it's too cool of an idea.
Fuck yeah! I can't wait. Yeah, so Keithley, I hope you're prepared for some freaking unicorns and some trippy ass shit. It's all just B-roll from Legend that fucking Ridley Scott just put into Blade Runner. All right, let's do promotion and humanity points. Okay. Found one or more clues that led to real progress in the investigation. Skywin, so these are promotion points on your character sheet. We go through, everybody shares these. I'm going to go through things you guys either did or didn't, and then you just check them off.
Okay, that's on Foundry?
Yeah.
Somewhere? Do I need to do that?
Yeah, so if you go to inventory, you pull up your character sheet and you go to inventory. I'm going to list out, we're going to start with promotion points, and then you just click in the box and it'll fill it in.
Okay.
Right, so found one or more clues that led to real progress in the investigation.
Yeah.
Okay. Revealed one or more fugitive Nexus 8 replicants and reported them to the RDU.
No.
Oh, I just click like if I think I have fulfilled that.
Yeah, and then you'll add it.
If we fulfilled it as a team, then you get a point, and then certain times if you've done something like exceptionally well, you'll get like an extra point for doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you were in a private scene all by yourself and you did some crazy shit, then yeah, you get that bonus. Like everybody gets it because as a group you guys got it, but then you'll get an extra one.
Okay.
Apprehended one or more suspects or fugitives.
No.
Nope.
Stopped one or more serious crimes from being committed.
No.
Uploaded at least one piece of important evidence to LAPD mainframe.
Yes.
Yep. And I will say case, which may get an extra one because you did make such a point of uploading the footprints and all that.
I did that too.
Then easily may get a second one.
Do I still count with doing that, or does it just go?
Yeah,
to
you get
case?
you get the one.
Okay.
Saved the life of another LAPD officer or performed some other heroic action.
Not that I can think of.
Reported one or more other player characters for some form of misconduct and presented evidence to back up.
Nope.
Took a baseline test and passed.
Nope.
All right, let's see if you guys lose any. Fails to apprehend a wanted fugitive when given the opportunity to do so.
No.
Nope.
Abuses their authority or acts in a way unbecoming of a law officer.
No.
Ignores or directly violates an order.
No.
Nope.
Loses LAPD equipment assigned to them.
Nope.
Nope.
Harms or kills an innocent suspect or bystander.
Well, Xavier wasn't here, so no.
Allowed
Give him
the
time.
case to receive negative media exposure or stir public controversy.
Oh well, yeah, right.
No, but Yoko's tempted, to be honest.
Hey,
Yeah.
be some kind of moral quandaries.
Well, since the assassinations in the magazine, does that count toward like against us or?
But
mean,
we
you guys
didn't
didn't-
leak it.
Yeah, you
any of
didn't
the
allow it.
information.
Oh, okay.
Exposes confidential case information to the media. Maybe next week. Or next session. Accuses Wallach Corporation of anything, with or without effort. Maybe
No.
next session. Fails a baseline test.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Okay, humanity points. Took a personal risk to help another person, human or replicant. Definitely not case. Gave him the opportunity.
I think it's kind of a stretch to say I like stepped in the sniper's stepped in the sniper's scope, Loki, like his line of sight, helped the mayor.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were trying to when you detained the waiter, but
waiter.
that was a red herring, a
false alarm. Yeah. Okay.
Connected to someone, human or replicant, on a personal level.
Nah.
Nope.
I would say Benabatch connected with that hobo when he whipped out that steak.
Yeah, I guess so.
With Seamus. Learned something significant about someone's life.
He learned a lot about that mayor.
The mayor, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you guys that one. Tried to talk someone down from committing a crime, no matter if successful or not.
No.
Oh, Yoko brought it up to Quell, but that was laughed off.
Yeah, for real. Learned something that made them view the world differently.
Yeah, I mean, if the mayor is going to put a replicant in her place, I was kind of dumbfounded by that.
Yeah, that, and also how Holden was so casually trash-talking poor Luke. Just how easily he replaced him. Said, no, this one's better. This is a better model.
Sorry.
Definitely
how,
had Yoko questioning like her own value to the LAPD.
All right, I'll give you that one. I'll give you guys that one. That was gonna say.
That's
maybe
why she was so shocked.
learning how insignificant LAPD is compared to Wallace.
Yeah, and then Quell's just like, yeah, we're just going to retire the replicant once the real mayor is like good to go.
For real.
Oh.
Refused to upload a piece of evidence to the LAPD mainframe in order to protect someone.
No.
Refused to follow orders because the character that felt they were wrong.
No.
Used their key memory or interacted with it in some way.
Nope.
Interacted with their key relationship.
Nope.
Played one or more scenes of downtime.
Nope.
Nope.
Not this time.
And finally, failed a baseline test.
Nope.
So, quick question. What is the in-story reason for why Luke isn't around? The continuity reason.
That is up to Inigo.
So, Inigo, what is the story? Where did Luke go?
Luke, I will say is probably doing some like clerical work or something.
So he got demoted to a desk job?
Not like I think probably like purposely demoted. Like he's a lot cleaner than Benabatch, and he doesn't like being on the streets, and the streets of LAPD are a dirty place.
Yeah, remember he was the guy who would wipe his chair down when he sat down or whatever. Put the handkerchief
So
down.
he wanted a cushy desk job then.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to have Benabatch back, man. Scene
I love
one.
Benabatch. I was pretty happy when I heard you were bringing him back. He's like Harry Dubois and Jackson Lamb mixed together. Such a great package.
Yeah.
I can like picture a lot of his like character business in my mind. You know what I mean? Like his busy work, how he's conducting himself.
Agreed. Yeah, he's great. He brings a lot of character to the group.
Mhm.
Yeah, Skywin, so what'd you think of your first Blade Runner session?
Sorry, I had food in my mouth. But no, this was great. It was fun. This is like completely like foreign territory for me. But I'm excited to like keep going and try to acclimate more to the whole like Blade Runner game.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Played well. So
Yeah, you did good.
great addition.
Thank you.
And since while everybody's here, Keesley, if you want to pitch what we're going to be doing after this case file, Skywind has said he's a bit interested in it.
We're gonna be running the Edge Runners kit mission.
Oh, it's like based off the show.
Yeah, so the story takes place after the events of the anime.
Ooh.
So everybody will be playing as pre-gen. Well, the stats will be pre-gen, but you can customize your character's backstory.
I've already got a portrait ready.
I already know who I'm playing too. Billy Gibson.
I based it off of my Baldur's Gate character, actually. I'll send you it too.
I'm guessing it'll probably be at least 2 to 3 sessions, maybe 4 long. Just depends how long it take to get through the story.
Yeah, and the pace you guys are going at with this case file, I think we'll probably wrap it up in two more sessions. So.
Awesome.
But we'll leave in that maybe a third one just as a precaution.
Yeah. Just in case we want to have a epilogue episode.
Sure, yeah. And
We're all
yes,
I bet his retirement party.
so the next session may be on the 26th, but it is Memorial Day, so I might have something planned. I'm not 100% sure right now, but just leaving that up in the air. Let you guys know as we get
You're
closer.
gonna party on Memorial Day?
I might. It's still a little ways off, so I'm not 100% sure, but I will keep you guys updated.
Barbecue at Jestro's house. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Meet up and pour one out.
That's right.